F students on average are 5 times smarter than their own parents. You see, their own parents put them in school, believing that school was the best place for their kids. But F students didn't buy that scam shit. They knew and they realized at such a young age that the system was all a scam, that the government was trying to turn them into sheeps, and they didn't fucking buy that. You see, they realized that also the teachers are government employees. And if the government and the system is trying to turn you into a sheep, then now the teachers are government agents. And they're the ones trying to tell you what to do. But it's unbelievable how F students have realized that it's all a fucking scam.
Well guys, it looks like we are here yet again with the queen of the alpha male universe and the man that makes up a new origin story every other day about how he beat off tens of hundreds of men at the same exact damn time. Good old Ben Azoulay. And it has been a wild ride over the past few months with this downright clown. And shit, it has been especially goofy in the last couple of weeks. And the last time that we gadooshed our roided up friend here, we not only watched him try to do his first ever Twitch livestream, but also watched him try to prove Ali wrong by punching through some drywall like a complete and total badass.
Ali, you're a nice guy, but nice guys can't do shit like this. Got here, drywall.
Before also trying to make the move over to TikTok instead of YouTube, where he attempted to respond to the allegations for the 4th fucking time. And it ended up going exactly how you would expect, with his story changing once again, where instead of stating that he received a BJ from a minor, it was now that he got the tip of his dick kissed by a minor. Like that is somehow better or okay by any means.
What they asked me to agree on was a plea deal, which they said, say that she kissed your penis, and that is going to be enough to just keep you in jail for 30 days so you could learn a lesson.
So as you can clearly see and tell, every time that this guy responds to anything, it is always just a really bad idea, because it ends up either being some of the dumbest shit that he could possibly say or do, or it ends up just exposing him even more for appearing to be an even bigger piece of shit. And at this point, I don't know why he just doesn't shut up, but this week he decided that he was also going to keep responding to people, and along with Ali Soba, he also decided that he was going to respond to another content creator that goes by KB Ginger. And KB basically just makes videos gadooshing on these guys as well. And it seems that he must have pissed King Azoulay off, because as I just said, he made his own little response video where he tried to roast KB in exchange. And it was some of the corniest shit that I have ever seen. And the best part about it is, the entire time, the wannabe king here was trying to act nonchalant about it, but you could really tell that he was sitting there fuming and was just saying anything to try to get back at him.
Oh, the Prince of Gotham is gracing our presence with a new backstory.
So this ought to be good.
KB the Ginger.
Yo, what's going on, man? So, King Azoulay over here.
By the way, KB, did you get that KB from me like King Ben? Or is that just a coincidence, huh?
By the way, what a coincidence. Have you noticed?
My car seats are also ginger.
Imagine yourself sitting here. We wouldn't know if it's your head or the headrest. Head? What is it? How you like the Rolls Royce? Nice, huh?
Maybe one day you'll get one.
Making enough videos off of me.
So, I wanted to ask you a really quick question since I already took you out of your
Mother's basement with all the
content you've made about me and made millions and millions and millions of views. Why have I not received one thank you card? Or a gift? Or maybe one long form video saying how grateful you are for this King Azoulay, who is a philanthropist of the internet, creating content and letting us post them and make millions of views,
bringing us thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Where is my thank you? I made you
who you are today. I need a thank you card.
Or at least a thank you video. Maybe both, and I'll give you some exclusive content.
We'll be able to release it before everyone.
But I'm thinking, eventually, if you'll keep making content about me,
you might sit in a ginger car as well, blending in
with your ginger head, my friend. And by the way, Just to one-up you, I'm also gonna be making content in my car.
Which is probably more expensive than your mother's house.
And as you can tell, the best thing that he was able to go at KB with was the fact that he was ginger, like that's not already in his name. And it's all just so damn goofy. And along with this, the wannabe king has also been posting some of his regular content, where he's talking about how great F students are nonstop, and where he's making some extreme and stupid claims again. Like, if you're a doctor, lawyer, or judge, then apparently you're going to hell.
3 people that go to hell no matter what. A judge. Why does a judge go to hell? Because he judges you. Who is he to judge me? There is a God up there. He's the only one who could judge me. A lawyer. Why does a lawyer go to hell? Because he constantly has to lie. And a doctor. Why does a doctor go to hell? Because he decides if you live or die.
And it's all stuff that we've already seen before, and is basically just a repost of some of the dumbest shit that he has ever said, because we all know why he hates those 3 specific people, since they had a lot to do with his guilty plea that ended up happening when he was 18. But it also appears that he started trying to get more into the motivational side of things, and he has been making a lot more posts like this one right here that I doubt really happened, because you know damn well he wasn't talking to the doctor like that or anything, and it's just some random bullshit so that he can think of a reason just to sound like this motivational badass.
You know what a real man is? A real man, when he faces adversities, he doesn't give up. It's not hard days, it's character building days. I had 2 major shoulder surgeries. The doctor told me I couldn't work out. Ever. I have 3 herniated discs in my back. One is 9mm. They said I'll never lift again. I looked at the doctor, both of them, and asked them, are you God? No, right? So you don't fucking tell me what I'm gonna be doing. I'll be back in the gym because it's perfect for my mindset, my physical health, and it keeps me strong as a man to always conquer like a king.
So he's just clearly back fully on all of his bullshit and is basically just spam posting all of this different shit in order to get attention, with the goal of that attention being getting people to go ahead and join into his little Twitch stream. Because after his first one ended up occurring, he is now pushing to make it a weekly thing, and apparently is aiming to do it every Thursday, where this goober's gonna be in the live stream just talking about a variety of different topics. So we have somehow hit the arc now to where King Azoulay has gone from fake alpha male on YouTube to trying to become a big time Twitch streamer, you know, with his 21 followers here, which you would think would be higher considering that he's acting like he's the most famous motherfucker that has ever touched the internet.
Whew. Just ran fucking 10 miles an hour for 5 minutes straight. We're about to finish up this cardio session. An hour cardio. Now guys, big news that we'll be sharing tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. LA time. I'm gonna go live, and I'll be live every single week on Thursday. Possibly gonna do also Monday motivations, but every Thursday we're gonna go live. And you'll be able to ask me questions. You'll be hearing about what I'm gonna speak, like the topics I'm gonna speak on. Some of them are gonna be real estate. Some of them are gonna be acquiring businesses. Some of them are gonna be about opening businesses. What are better, LLCs, C Corps, S Corp, DBAs. Some of them are going to be about sales, masculinity, relationships, mindset, fitness, you name it.
And I'm surprised that he has the balls to go ahead and do another Twitch stream after in the last one he pretty much just sat there and got gadooshed multiple times and was just getting flamed nonstop. And after I joined and somehow put the fear of God in this man when he heard my name, because his demeanor just completely changed.
So there's a guy in here, Saintaholic. I think he makes videos talking shit about you. I think he's probably here trying to find some videos to talk shit. And his comment in here was, oh, so it was all on purpose to promote your brand. I see now. So he's catching on. He's been making content on you, doesn't he? He's just now clicking that he's the promoter.
Yeah, of course. Even all the fake shit on social media. Who do you think started this shit? Come on. This is to promote me.
And this is where we'll kind of lead into our next segment of this video, because I want you to notice the guy who was basically asking Ben all of the questions here. The same exact guy who was manipulating the questions, basically for Ben, to either make him sound better or to avoid anything where the goober might slip up, because we know his dumbass just likes to talk. And the reason that I am even bringing this to attention is because I have heard that voice quite a few times throughout all of my Ben Azoulay videos, and have even heard it in one of the most recent videos where he decided to try and respond to Ali Soba while attempting to look like a complete and total badass. And it is obviously always the same guy, as you can clearly tell by this video.
Yo, King, I bet you can't jump on that.
Are you testing me again?
Yeah, it's like chin height. I bet you can't do it. I bet you $100.
I'll give you $1,000 if I don't do it. But I'll tell you what, I'll also do a backflip, land like a superhero that I am, and then I'll knock you out the same way as I'm going to knock out Ali.
Alright, hold on. If you don't put your fucking tongue away looking at me like that, Ben, like, come on, bro. You can't be accused of what you're doing and be running around like this right here. What the actual fuck? And hearing this goober constantly talking in all of Ben's videos ended up getting me pretty damn curious as to who the hell this could be and why they are just so involved in everything. So I ended up talking to Bubba about it, and we ended up coming across the biggest Ben Azoulay glazer of pretty much all time, and the man that seems to not only be helping him run his whole little operation, but might even be funding the thing, or at the very least is telling him how or when to respond to things, as you saw in his live stream. And the goober we came across is named Devin, and Devin here is what I would consider as a all-pro bowler meat rider for Ben. Because not only was he in pictures like this one right here, where he helped push the notion that Ben was this badass special forces operator that American Thor ended up debunking already, and not only has Devin just been all over Ben Azoulay's page nonstop, where he has been in multiple podcasts all talking about real estate, which just seems to be his bread and butter, but on top of both of those, he also tried to be an online coach himself, and would constantly use Ben for every one of his videos multiple times a video. Like, even if the shit just did not relate to Ben whatsoever, he was putting him in that damn video and glazing the shit out of him. So as we can clearly tell, not only is he just buddies with Ben to where they have multiple pictures together, they're doing podcasts, and he is even helping Ben promote his program by trying to sell it, which I do have a bit of proof from, because about a year ago there was a comment on the post where they were doing this that stated that the person had a chat with Devin online to buy King's course, and they started saying it cost $10K, and afterwards they said it was his lucky day and they will sell it for half price. So clearly there's some sleazy tactics there, and Devin is very invested in this thing. But what's really interesting is the fact that, as I said earlier, real estate is his bread and butter, and that's the very thing that King Azoulay also claims to be very talented in, and where he's making money. And I mean, even recently we had posts like this right here by Ben.
You guys remember when I was doing the mentorship for sales? The guys who are under my mentorship are now making 30 to 100K profits a month. Now I decided, since we all became one big family, why not open up my company and they'll start working for me and make more money than they're making at the moment. So here we go. I opened up the office and now we're looking at some conference tables. Tell me what you think. Huh? Isn't this a sick conference table? 2.5K. Have your sales guys sitting there every morning, running the office, running leads, bringing in $2, $3, $4 million a month. That's the way to do it. I used to do it back in the day, and I decided I'm going to do it again.
And you see, the reason I bring this up and why I'm tying just all of this different shit together is because Ben is out here trying to hire all these different salespeople to do specifically real estate, and this is something that he has been pushing really hard lately. And Devin has the audacity to claim that he has sold $2 billion in real estate, and that he is just this real estate guru.
You want to know how I sold over $2 billion worth of real estate at 38 years old? I own a company called Real Estate Faster, started it 14 years ago. We make thousands upon thousands of phone calls every single day to sellers who raise their hand and say, I want to sell my home. We set those sellers up with the real estate agents. The real estate agents sell the homes. They give me 30% of their commission. I sell a lot of homes like this, over $2 billion worth.
So what I'm thinking with this is if this goober is telling the truth, which maybe it's not 2 billion, but it seems he has made money in this, then I would think that he is basically funding this entire shenanigan and bullshit. And that's why we're seeing Ben now turning to real estate after he's gotten all of this different attention. And I'm not the only one who thinks this at this point, because Bubba also seems to agree with me and ended up discovering a lot of these different clips, so credit to him. But it really seems like this might be the case since he's been involved with Ben since the very start, and since we're seeing this turn where Ben is constantly pushing for this real estate horseshit. Now obviously I can't prove it 100% or anything, but it does even look more suspicious when you look at Devin saying things like this right here, which would basically imply that he's made Azoulay his bitch.
You want loyalty, you need to make people feel like they owe you one. The way that you do that is by constantly either doing them favors or buying them things. See, people, when they get things given to them, they have this feeling like, oh, I need to reciprocate, and that's when you make the money. I've seen realtors give away a bottle of wine, it cost them $20, and then they get a $30,000 commission.
And with all of this combined, it just really seems like Devin is the one who could be behind all of the King Azoulay grift, and could be using this goober to funnel clients to their whole real estate thing, since he is just such a dumbass. And on top of this, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin was the person who was constantly in the Bubba Discord trying to defend all of Ben's different crimes that John Bravo had revealed, and claiming a bunch of different things about Ben, because there was a person named Grand Multiplier who was in the Discord and claimed to work for Ben, and was able to support this by having a ton of different info on like when Ben would be dropping a new response video, and having some different evidences that he was trying to provide directly to Bubba, stating that Ben didn't do what was stated that he pled guilty for. And a lot of what Grand Multiplier said really does match up and does appear to be Devin, considering he's obsessed with real estate as well, is obsessed with defending his poppy Ben, and even talked about his military experience that he learned from someone else, like Devin thinks that he learned from Ben Azoulay. And on top of this Grand Multiplier person also appeared to be one of the people who helped Ben write his very poor legal documents, which he tried to state were written by a lawyer, even though it stated it wasn't legal advice at the top. And it would make perfect sense if it was a goober like Devin continuing to try to defend him and assist him in any way he could. And now obviously again, I can't prove anything for 100% fact, but I have shown you that this guy is constantly hanging around Ben and helping him grift while claiming to be this real estate guru, and that's the very thing that Ben has been pushing for with his coaching classes. And it all just looks really suspicious in my opinion, and at the very least I think that this Devin goober is constantly helping Ben out in any possible way he can, which would include trying to help defend him of all of the bullshit that he got exposed for. And let's be honest, I don't think that Ben is smart enough to pull this entire grift off on his own, so I really wouldn't be surprised if he had Devin being his brains behind everything. But with that said, I think this is a good place to end it. And there was a whole lot of speculation, but it was all just really interesting to see, so I had to talk about it. So if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and like, and join the Saints Mafia, where we are good douching these alpha males nonstop. And I'm out. Watching Ben and his biggest glazer just continue to go wild. In peace.
Best analogy you've ever heard about the human body. You ready for this one? How long do you think I could go without food?
Maybe 3 days.
30 days. If God created our body to go for 30 days without food, how come we're hungry every 3 to 4 hours at most? The truth is, it's not hunger, it's an addiction. The media has came out that you need to constantly eat, and they put nice things on TV and sugars. That's why you want to have more food, because the more you have of something, the more you want of it. It's like a drug. Did you ever think about that?